Hey, what's up, guys? Keyman back here with you. Just had some updates. Haven't done a video. It's been about 6 or 7 months now, so just give y'all some updates on what's been going on with my poker and just thoughts and updates and a lot of stuff. So I finally got a chance to go out to Las Vegas last September over Labor Day and play in the playing the Epic Poker charity event, which, if y'all don't know, Epic Poker is a new league that was started by Andy Duke and Jeffrey Pollock, and has some of the best players in the world in the league as members, with 1, 3, and 5-year cards, I believe. That may not be correct. But anyway, playing the charity event, which was a $240 buy-in with $100 rebuys up until level 4, I believe. And then you could do one add-on for $100. This tournament, there was only 45 of us, and I was probably like the only amateur there. And my starting table consisted of Andy Duke, Andy Frankenberger, who was the WPT player of Season 9, Christian Harder, Scott Clemens, who's won, I think, a bracelet or World Series of Poker bracelet or two, and a local Vegas pro. And then later on, Nam Lee sat down, who's also a pretty well-known pro, and Andy Frankenberger got moved, and Greg Mueller sat down at the table. So it was a tough table, needless to say. So I was, super tight, playing against playing against some of the best players I consider, in the world, obviously, but American players as well. So, like I said, there's only 45 of us, and we ended up raising $25,000 for the charity, which is good. The tournament is 100%, so that's good, and I always like giving back. And so anyway, we moved tables and whatnot. I got moved to another table, and Nick Binger was there, who won a PLO bracelet last year, World Series. Andy Duke was at that same table. Andy Frankenberger was at that same table when I got moved to. Anyway, so we got down to the final table, and it was me, let's see, was it me, and Phil Hellmuth was on my right, which that was, for any poker player, whether you like him or you hate him or whatever. I think, his image on TV, that's the way people portray him, but when you see him in a setting like that, in a charity event, I think it is a lot different. And he's just, a real nice guy and whatnot. And so it was me, Hellmuth, Nam Lee, a Las Vegas pro, Michael Craig, who's written poker books, Michael DeVita, I think was his last name. And there's a couple others. Brett Porter, he's a pro as well. Anyway, so making the final table to me and also on that before I forget, also on the tournament that weren't at people that weren't at my table, there was Mike the Mouth Madisau was there. The celebrity guest was Kevin Pollock, who played in like Casino and movies like that. And there's a bunch of other pros, So like I said, to me that's a big deal, just as a recreational player to play with these, the guys of this caliber. But anyway, so Hellmuth, we got down to the final table. I didn't play a hand at the final table. I was nursing a short stack pretty much the whole tournament. And Hellmuth was in the small blind, I was in the big, and it got folded around to him. He said, "How much you got there, buddy?" So I just opened my hands, and he said, "All right, I'm all in." So I looked down at Ace-4 of diamonds. That's a pretty obvious call, heads up, if you know anything about poker. And I called, and he had King-8, and he flopped to 8, and excuse me, I turned a gut shot straight draw with the overcard for the ace as well, and I couldn't get there on the river. But anyway, that was a fun time. So going out to Vegas, it's hot too. It's between 90 and 95, pretty much every day we were there. And, went to the Hoover Dam and, played 1-3 cash game. And, it was a fun trip and whatnot. So, anyway, I'm just back to, playing at the local casinos, the riverboats in Indiana and whatnot. But I played last night. I went to one of the casinos, and my year last month started off pretty good. I had 2 cashes out of 4 tournaments I played, and this month, which it doesn't look like I'll cash this month. So I haven't, but last night, and I kind of have a question too. The tournaments that you play, either at Atlantic Casino or a riverboat, that are, $40, $60, $80, $100, pretty much a tournament anybody can afford. Do you believe that play is worse because it's cheaper and these people were just playing basically for the hell of it, as opposed to say like a $345 tournament, a $400 tournament, $500 tournament? Do you think people's play is different for a cheaper tournament, like a low stakes, as opposed to a mid stakes tournament? I mean, it seems to me it's that way. And last night, I got short stacked. I ran jacks and the kings, and of course that lady's kings held up while I've been there. And I was in a small blind. I got it all in because I didn't have much left. I didn't even look. I just threw it in. I had 9-6 of clubs, and the flop came Jack 6. There was 2 people in, and a Jack hits the turn. So I'm thinking I'm best here. I'm bound to be best, Unless somebody has like Queen Jack, King Jack, and chances are they probably don't. And then I hit a 9 on the river, for the lesser of the full house. And so, and this is my example what I was talking about, the lesser, and the lady that raised, who had the kings that beat me previous hand, she had an ace queen, and the guy to the left of her had Jack 3, Jack fucking 3. He called Jack 3 on her fucking raise. I didn't know what to say. I was speechless because he called Jack 3 on a fucking raise, 100, 200 blinds. She raised it to 6, and he calls 600 with Jack 3. And it's just unfucking believable. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Do you, just from y'all's experience, do you think that, like when I played that, for example, when I played that tournament in Vegas, I ended up spending like $640 on that tournament, which is all charitable, so it wasn't, I felt good about that, but, that was solid play. Granted, I was playing with pros at the same time, but, I think it seems to me like if you play for a higher stake, people give a shit more about the hands they play, how they play, position. You don't have, I'm not going to get into it right now, but you don't have what you call like level 1 players. I'm at a level, level 1 player just thinks about his hand or her hand or whatever. Level 2 thinks about the hand he holds and what his opponent could hold. And level 3 thinks about the odds and everything. I think about odds too, but I'm not to that level 3, step, I guess you might say. But I don't know. I'm thinking about, I'm unemployed at the moment. I'm thinking about next month making a run at Hollywood, the Hollywood casino that I talked about in my last video about the straight flush versus nut flush. They're having a poker championship, and their first tournament of their series, I guess, is a $345 deep stack, which it's 20K. It's a 20K starting stack, and there's 30-minute blinds, and they're going to play like 9 levels, I think, or 10 levels. I can't remember. Anyway, I think about making a run at that, and that's what I'm talking about, is because I think the quality of players might be better. So basically, I'm just asking y'all's opinion, what you think. There's no right or wrong answer, obviously. I mean, if you think, people play better at a $40 or $60 or $80 tournament, or if they play better at a $345 or $500 or at a higher level tournament, people give a damn about winning money, as opposed to like tournaments I play where they're 40 and 60, 80 bucks. People just drinking and dicking off and playing any 2 cards they get dealt from, and they get lucky. That's what pisses me off, man. They get lucky. Even when you have the best hand, they'll flop some crazy 2-pair or whatever. But anyway, that's enough for my ranting right now. Anyway, just let me know what y'all think. I mean, if you want to do a video response, that's cool too, or leave a comment or whatever. All right, talk to y'all later, man.